upstate New York. And Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. And off we go in Western New York. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. Man in motion is Smith. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Cole Bishop up to make the play. Second and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one. And
that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Arian Smith, touchdown Jets. That is first touchdown this year. The extra point up and good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
To say he found a pretty good rhythm last week, I think, Mike, is a little bit of an understatement. I mean, he single-handedly accounted for 30 points after throwing for 5 touchdowns in last week's win. He had a couple of interceptions, and those are obviously concerning, but it's a little bit easier to live with the picks when you can get that sort of production out of your passing game. Look for him to keep slinging the rock all over the field, cut down on the turnovers. He can do that. He expects to lead his team to another victory in this one.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Buffalo.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
17 yards.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. Right back to Williams. They connect again. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throwing again, it's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 6. Again, it's Allen to the air. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line.
36 yards.
Big play there for the Bills. 36 yards.
1st and goal at the
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
To throw again, it's Allen. It is brought in the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll look to throw. Now he'll run. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They have been one of the better teams in terms of throwing the football this year, and the numbers bear that out, and they have come out of the gates hot in this one. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Second and 10.
At their 49-yard line.
To the air is Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Bills 14, Jets 7.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
He takes off. He will get this to the 45, a little short of the first down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. 3rd and a yard. As we are ready to get back underway. Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Allen. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Josh Allen on the bootleg. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the first half. And now the decision has been made. The challenge flag is out. They want a review of the previous play.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try it now with Cook. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on that 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Screen works to perfection. Give them 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's out. To the goal line and in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Buffalo. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead.
Jets 7. Cam Little to kick off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
3 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
First down, Jets.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
This one's batted away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Once to his right.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. And they have been great in the red zone all year. You see the numbers to back that up. They've got 2 touchdowns on 3 trips so far in this one. Allen going to give it to Cook. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
At the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 38 now, here's second and 6. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And this is what happens when you can pair a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Forced out wide, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Bills bringing on the punt team. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds. The Jets offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
The 43-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Back to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. This is 3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Will McDonald, their tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
Looking to throw, it's Allen. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Bills. Little on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run this. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete. Contact. just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Jets offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now, faking the give. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll lead to a second down. On the run to the right. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This a 48-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Jets are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. They'll run with Cook.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. Backs to his tight end, Jawan Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Here's Allen. He finds Austin with the grab. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Cook. Now Cook loses the football. And the Jets come up with the takeaway. Boy, that... One hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll look to throw. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bills will extend this third quarter lead.
Bills 35, Jets 10. Cam Little to kick off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 was that one.
That's good for Jets. First down. Here we go. A gain of 13 yards.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
15 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
Another Jets. First down. Here we go.
Here's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
18 on the play. First down, New York.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he is out of bounds. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. All resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he won't get away. Good opening tackle there to get him down behind the line. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They'll start out first down and 10. Allen to throw. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Azarie Thomas there for the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. Big play there for the Bills. 52 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover.
And he's in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills tack on one more to their lead.
The score, Bills 42, Jets 13. Cam Little to kick off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now he's just going to flip this forward. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. He'll look to throw. Got his man, it's Ogletree. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught left side by Taylor. Man in motion is Smith. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. carry for Cook. Into the secondary at the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jets 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
To throw is Allen. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat-out dominant.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's into the end zone yet again. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Bills are going to extend their lead.
56. Jets.
The Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year.